cooking up a cheesy pasta bake in a pork ragu. Now it's a very simple dish to do because all you've got to do is boil up some pasta, mix up some cheeses and you stuff your pasta and that's all ready. And then you've got this meaty sauce, the ragu. So a couple of cans of tomatoes, bit of sausage meat, pancetta and garlic, cook those up. And then you bring the two together and put it in the oven for about half an hour. And when you serve it up, they look delicious, they taste delicious, and they are delicious. So give them a go. So to make up this pasta bake, I just want to go through the ingredients we're going to use. Now I've got my pasta. These are large pasta shells. Try and get yourself those because what I want to do with them is actually stuff each one of them with a sort of cheesy mixture, really delicious. Now that cheesy mixture, we're going to use 250 grams of ricotta cheese, about 4 or 5 tablespoons of parmesan cheese, and then I've got in total 250 grams of fresh mozzarella cheese. These are the balls in liquid, shake them off and then you break the mozzarella up. I've also got the zest, that's the outside of 1 lemon, just to lift the flavour. We're going to use some fresh basil leaves. Now I'm going to line each one of those pasta shells just before I put the cheesy mixture in. So when you bite into one of those, it's going to taste delicious, a little bit of basil, wonderful. Now we're going to serve it up, obviously, with this ragu sauce. Now, bake it up all together. Now, for that ragu sauce, I'm going to use 6 sausages. Take the skins off, just use the meat. These sausages are sweet chilli flavour, but you could use, obviously, anything you like. I'm going to use a small amount of pancetta, 2 cloves of garlic, and then we've got 2 cans of tomatoes. Now I'm going to use these tomatoes. These are like cherry tomatoes. Thought I'd give those a try. But you can obviously use chopped tomatoes or whatever you normally use. So really, apart from a little bit of salt and pepper and a bit of olive oil, that's all the ingredients. What I'm going to do is get it all prepared, go over to the hob, get on with the cooking. So I've come over to the hob, got it all laid out, and we're going to get on with the cooking. Now I'm going to start off with this pork ragu. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan, switch the heat on. So I've got the pan on just about medium. Let's just put a little bit of olive oil in there. I think we'll start with the sliced up garlic. That's always a good start because it makes the kitchen smell good, and it's really good to add the flavours because it really makes that tomato sauce delicious. So put your garlic in. Now the thing about garlic is don't burn it. So move it around, get it in the oil, and you just want to get almost like a light golden brown colour. Maybe it'll take 1 minute or 2 minutes, but don't burn it. So I've been cooking my garlic for nearly 2 minutes, just gently, and it's just starting to get a little bit of a golden brown colour. So I think next of all I'm going to put in the pancetta. Give that a quick move around. Also got the sausage, so I'm just going to put those in. I've taken the skins off of those and just going to kind of break them down a bit. So really, once you've added the sausage, I'd say you only probably want to cook 4 or 5 minutes. Just try and get a little bit of colour on it, and then we can go in with the tomato sauce. I think I'm ready to put in the tomatoes. So I've only been cooking those for probably about 5 minutes. Let's just put these in. These are little cherry tomatoes. I thought I'd try them out, but use any tomatoes you've got. Now with the cans, go and get a bit of water in there. Just slosh it around. And then we can just put that little bit of water in the juice. So you've got nice cleanish cans, and obviously we've got the last bit of it. Now again, I'm just going to squash these down a little bit, get them on their way. Might have to turn the heat up a little bit again because we've put sort of cold tomatoes in, so just bring it up again. Now I'm also going to add a little bit of salt. freshly ground black pepper. Give that all a quick mix around. Now it's come up the heat again, I'm going to put a lid on it and turn it down to a simmer. Probably going to simmer this for, I don't know, a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes with a lid on. So let's turn the heat down a little bit, turn it down to fairly lowish, just so it's gently bubbling away, and then we can put the lid on. And come and check it maybe in 20 minutes, but give it the occasional stir. So now I've got the sauce just bubbling away gently in the background. Now we're going to leave that for about 20 minutes or so. Now what I'm going to do in the meantime is go over to the table and make up that cheesy mixture that is going to go in the pasta shells. Let's start off with the ricotta cheese. Just put that in there. At the same time, I'm going to put the lemon zest. Now let's just quickly give that a stir. Just break this down a little bit. Now I'm going to add some parmesan cheese. So let's put in, start with a couple of tablespoons, that's the larger spoon, and then we'll use a little bit more later on top. So mix that up. Now, with the mozzarella, the fresh one, I've just opened one up there, you can see it's in a liquid. Now what you need to do is to take the ball out, shake that off, and then we want to just break in some bits of it really. Just break it up a little bit. So you've got the combination of the cheeses, and that'll be really nice. Oops. Scrub that bit. Again, just give it a quick mix. Now also, add a little bit of seasoning as well, salt and pepper. So I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. And also, some freshly ground black pepper. Give that another little mix. And you can always taste it if you want to, you know, try a little bit, see how it tastes. But that's a lovely little combination. And with that lemon, it's going to be delish. So that's the cheesy mixture all done. So now we've got the cheesy sauce all done, I've come over to the hob and I'm just going to give the tomato mixture a bit of a stir around and also get on with the pasta. Now, I'm probably been about 15 minutes at the moment, so just keep that bubbling away a little bit longer whilst I get on with the pasta. So let's just put the lid back on there. Now I've just boiled my kettle, so let's put that in there. Now I'm going to put some salt in there. Now just switch the heat on. I'm going to start on high, get it bubbling. When it's bubbling away, we can add the pasta. Now for cooking the pasta, with the one that I've got, now on the back it actually has instructions and tell you if you're cooking in the oven for 23-25 minutes in the oven, but you need to blanch the pasta first. So what we're going to do is cook it around about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, kind of partly cook it if you like, and then we're going to take it off the heat and drain it. So don't cook it all the way through, but importantly, do follow your instructions on your packet, because obviously they should know what they're doing with their own pasta. So let's just pour that in. Might have to put a little bit more water in there. I've done the whole packet in the end. I won't need the whole packet, but I thought I'd just cook the rest of it. Give it a quick mix around. That's it. Don't put a lid on there. And really, as I say, you want to cook as per your packet, but I'm going to do about 4 minutes. Now mine's just coming up to the 4 minute mark. Let's try and get a feel for these. Still feel a little bit hard. So I think what I'll do is just leave them for that extra minute. So I'll leave them for 1 more minute to make 5 minutes. So there we are. I've left that pasta for 5 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is take it over to the sink, and I'm just going to drain it off and leave it there for a minute or two. That's it. Just put that on here. And what you can do, you can just give it a rinse over with some cold water. Just to cool it down, and it will stop it cooking. Well, it will slow it down anyway. A little bit of cold water. I'll just leave that to drain off now. Now, just going to check on the sauce whilst we've got the pasta draining away. Now, let's just move that around. Yeah, I think that's pretty much there. It could be a little bit thicker, but let's just try a little bit of this. Oh, it's got lovely depth of flavour. That's really nice. It's not too bad sweetness-wise. I am going to add just a tiny touch. I nearly always do, but these are not as bad as the other ones, these cherry tomatoes. So I'm just going to add a little bit. That's it. Obviously, you know, if you're going to add a little bit of sugar, do that to taste. I've done it because it just takes the acidity out sometimes. Now, I've also got some basil leaves, so I'm just going to sprinkle some of those in. So I'm going to put them all in. Give that a quick stir around. I'd say leave it just for 5 minutes and then take it off the heat. And then we can go and get on with these pasta shells and get it baking in the oven. So put the lid on and just leave that 5 minutes on the very low heat and then switch it off. Now drain the pasta off and I think we're ready to go. So I'm just going to lay out some shells that I'm going to use. So I'll just lay all those out first. Now I've taken the shells that I'm going to use. I mean, part of it is the amount of mixture as well. Now I've got fresh basil leaves and all I'm going to do is start off by lining the inside. So I'll do that with all of them. And what I'm going to do is start putting the mixture in and see if we can work it out that everyone gets a little bit. So I'll just keep filling these up, and if I've got any spare mixture then obviously I can go and make a couple more, so we'll see how we get on. So I'll just carry on doing this. So I finished putting that cheesy mixture in the pasta shells. I did add a few more in the end, so I've actually got a total of 24, so that's not bad. Now what I've done is chopped up the other ball of mozzarella, that fresh mozzarella, and I'm just going to place that on top. So I've got a piece of mozzarella on all of them. Now what I'm next going to do is just put a little bit of parmesan on the very top. So I'll just carry on going around, giving them a quick dusting, parmesan cheese. That's it. I think I've done them all, got the parmesan on there. So they are ready to go. So I'm going to get me baking dish and I'm going to bring over the tomato sauce that we've made up, this ragu, and we're going to start by layering the bottom of the dish with some of the sauce. Now also I've just switched my oven on in the background to get it preheated. Now I've put mine on at 200 degrees Celsius, so get your oven preheated and then it's ready for when you want to put your pasta bake in the oven. So I've got myself the dish and I'm just bringing over me tomato sauce. Ooh, look at that. That looks really nice. Now I'm going to start by just putting a layer at the bottom. I can spread that out. Now I've obviously got some of the sauce left, maybe about half. Now what I'm going to do is grab my pasta shells and we're just going to place those in the sauce really. That's it. Just going to squeeze my last one in. Oh, they're looking good. Now with the rest of that sauce, I've still got a reasonable amount. Again, I'm just going to dribble some of this over the top. Lovely. Now we're just about ready to put that in the oven, so I'm just waiting for the oven to warm up. Now also, I'm going to put some tin foil over the top. So now I've got the pasta bake all ready, the oven's preheated, I'm going to place it in the oven. just going to place that in the oven. That's it. Now, I've got my oven set to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, gas mark 6. Now, in total, I'm roughly going to be cooking for about 30 minutes. What I might do is 5 minutes or so before the end, I might come and take the tin foil off. So let's just keep it cooking and come back in about 25 minutes. Now, I've been cooking the pasta bake for 25 minutes. So let's have a look at this. Oh, it's the moment. Oh. Just have a look at it. Oh, that is looking good. Now what I'm going to do is for the last 5 minutes, just leave the tin foil off. So I'm going to place that back in the oven for another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put it on the table and try one. Now I'm just going to serve this up. I think what I'm going to do is serve up 4 of those pasta shells. Oh yeah. A little bit of the sauce. A little bit of the sauce. Oh, lovely. Now let's just try this. Oh, look at that. That cheesy ricotta and you know that is going to be good. I'm trying to get it on the fork there, but it's going to be beautiful. Can't twist that round. I think I got it. That was worth waiting for. All will come to those who wait. Oh my gosh. Look, the pasta is really nice. The filling is delicious. Look at that filling. The ragu and got a whole one here. I'm going to really go for this one. Ready? That's delicious. I'm not joking. That was so good. Have a look at this. It's beautiful. The mixture there, look. Got the meaty sauce here, and you've got these shells and cheesy and delicious. Oh, this is juicy and cheesy and it's gonna be wonderful. That's really nice. I want the rest of that. Look at that, the shell. It's got the juice. And that creamy ricotta sauce. Oh, that is just so good. Now that meaty sauce, the ragu. Oh, look at it. Oh, can't get it on the fork, but oh, look at that. Beautiful. Let's try that. It's so good. So good. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. The Original Naked Chef.